early if you can. So plenty of seats. There's an enormous temporary stand over to the left. Whether it's there for the cricket or whether it's there for the pop concert, so I don't know. So some people waving from there too. Have a lovely day. They've got your hats with you. A bit exposed down there, but get a great view from that's the angle of our old commentary box, of course, over there. Here's Amir running in, bowling again too wide for Crook to play at. Opposite there, I don't know if Henry talked about this when I was doing other things, but this, well, I suppose it's a sort of equivalent of the party stand over there, except they're large, white, padded sofas as they're laid out in the area that I think the groundsman used to emerge from under that stand. Have you seen those chairs? Look at that, they're enormous sofas.
Couldn't get them in my front room.
They wouldn't.
Huge.
They wouldn't. And that's saying something, because your front room's pretty big, Jeff.
Well, I couldn't get a couple of them, so you
wouldn't get them. Well, they're enormous. White. And there are people there just reclining, leaning back and watching as that's turned out towards Spur Lake by Cook. A howl there from Almere. You think about it a second, but followed by
I like Old Trafford. I like the new way. The pitch turned round. I like the new building. It's going to give them lots of income and does in the function. And when it's got this symmetrical big thing, hotel and stands on the other side, I think they've done wonders. And it's not only a better presentation of a test match ground, and I've played lots here for Yorkshire and for England. I think it just looks good, and it's going to make them a lot more money.
This is the first time coming here yesterday for that it just felt as if it was right, and that's because we're used to coming when it has been the other way round, and the big, enormous building. But I just felt, yeah, this is really everything fits now, starting to fit, and this hotel will look great there. It will be that same red finish. Here comes Amir, bowling. Hales allows that to go by, is pushed across him, beautifully bowled, and Amir's bristling a bit this morning, and he glared there. Hales is the
first one he's moved though. This is I said of Lords about him, at least for the young man and so forth, but he doesn't move the ball much. He doesn't move it in. If you move it in at brisk pace, left arm, then you create problems when it goes straight across. The inner's a great problem, but he doesn't do much with it.
There's more angles from him, isn't it? He goes wide with the crease, yes, the stumps. There's a short leg there, 3 slips a gully. Amir moves in, bowls, and Hales moves across his crease. Plays the ball towards a straight mid off where Misbah does the fielding. It ends the over, which is the 5th of the morning. 17-4. No wicket. England winning the toss, batting first, only playing the one spinner. And they could easily have played 2 actually.
I was going to ask you about the pitch. You played 2?
Would I have played 2 in this game? I think I would have done, because in England, Jeffrey, I can't think of any more balanced team that they've put out for a while in which you can accommodate a wrist spinner and still have protection for him if it doesn't quite work out. He could bowl in 3 or 4 overs here. He might go for 20 odd runs, take him off. You've got the 4 seamers, and he might get 2 for 20 in 4 overs. Thanks very much. England haven't often had that protection around, did they, to be able to play that extra.
And they don't seem to have confidence to do that. Australia did that. If Richie Bennett was here now, he would tell you, look at him, they played him and he got runs as a batsman. He wasn't a great bowler to start with. He had kind of ups and downs with his bowling. He wasn't the one who came in and was a great bowler immediately, with a gatting ball here. No.
Rahat's on his way. Just move away fractionally outside us.
But he gave him that other option, the leg spinner who would have moments, but he was never a passenger because he was a brilliant gully fielder, and Rashid's not a bad fielder, and he gets runs. Rashid gets some complicated runs. You're never quite sure where he's hitting it, but he does get runs. And Richie got centuries. So you didn't have a passenger in your team, but you had this extra dimension that sometimes worked for you.
I'd have played him today. It's Rahat. Outside the old stump, that's 4. Too short, and it's absolutely Alistair likes it, and he's hit that off the back foot out towards the sofas. One chap's got up there from his sofa actually, and he's waving. And now he's settled back down again, leaning back like a man watching the terror. All very comfortable, but I know the winter seems a long way off. I know it does, but I tell you what, it'll be honest before we know it. It seems like an opportunity with the amount of all-rounders in the side to look at Moeen and Rashid bowling together and see how they go, see how they can accommodate it, because they're going to have to do something in the winter.
There's so much late order batting, late order batting actually gets as many runs as the top 5.
It's not as though 4 and 5 have been putting up trees. 21 for no wicket. Here's Rahat and put this on watchfully forward. Really careful there to make sure that everything was covered. Vispas, the fielder, had extra cover. But I'll tell you, you mentioned Lilly. I think Ray Illingworth would have loved this squad, and he would have played both spinners.
Yeah,
for instance.
definitely.
He just thought, wow, that's perfect. I've got everything covered, every base. I can have a bit of a fiddle here and there, and a bit of an experiment, and then take him off. And I've still got those 4 seamers as protection, as cover, but I can just give that leggy a bit of a go.
Well, that's how he did with his test side. He had 3 seamers, and Underwood, the great spinner, used himself when he had to.
Rahat bowls, Cook again, very carefully forward, bending the knee, and the bowler field this time.
He used himself as a batsman, because he could bat, could field at gully, and then he bowled when filling a bit like a 5th bowler now and again a bit, but then when it turned, he had the option then. He was a fine bowler when it turned.
That's what he bowled at Leicestershire. Thanks, Jack. I think I'll have a bowl now.
Yeah, I'll bowl now. I'll bowl him out. Yep. He did that. You look at the Sydney Test. The last Sydney Test, he got 3 wickets, I think, with Underwood.
Yeah.
In 71, the Test series where he won the Ashes.
4 slips to gully, Rahat bowls outside.
Yeah.
Not been able to go by the 12 Jack Burke George is the button to the pitch test. But really, the first sign of any sprint, actually.
But he bowled when it was flat. Clever captain, he knew he could bowl them out quicker, faster than Jack. Jack was wonderful. I grew up with Jack. Johnny Lawrence does. And every Saturday morning, I've known him since I was 9. To knock him up. This is Burkington. Look at your Jack up, and he'd come in with a big pot of tea to warm his hands in the winter to bowl spin. With frost in the winter.
Oh, there's a leading edge. We call that head just right across there to the offside. He's going to tuck it away right towards mid-wicket. There's no run. 21 for no wicket, no central heating in Johnny's indoor school, Jeff.
No, it was an old, with glass everywhere. Yeah, greenhouse, but it was about 35 yards long. And so you had lots of windows, very low wall, lots of good seeing without artificial light in the daytime. But freezing cold, because in the winter with all glass, you wish to get your trousers off and your whites on, I can tell you.
Safe bowling in a greenhouse, so Jeff, you wouldn't have break any of those.
Oh, I fell in for that, didn't I?
You did. Probably pleased with that one. 21 for no wicket.
I gave you that, didn't I?
Lovely half bowler. In comes Amir, and he bowls and hails his forward, playing firmly with mid off. And there's no run. No, you'd be absolutely ideal for batting in a greenhouse.
I can't believe I gave you that. It was 25 past 11.
We keep doing it, Jeff. And that's why we love you. You keep blundering in there, dig a little bit of a pit, and down you go.
I mean, it was so old-fashioned, but it was like the pre-runner of today, artificial turf, properly prepared. Well, it was made up of, layers of like rubber mats. Nobody bought any artificial turf, we didn't know what it was then. And then eventually, after a few years, he built another one on, took one side down and built 2 then. So one was this slow turner, big turner, and one was a good batting surf.
Goes Amir, he was again very watchful, going onto the back foot towards mid off.
So I, from the age of 9, played on this pitch. The first one was the slow turn square. Didn't jump at you, it was true. But then you got to play off spin from Jackie, big off spin. And Johnny Lawrence bowling leg spin because he was still playing for Somerset. If you look at his record, Johnny Lawrence for Somerset, he get 100 wickets every year for Somerset. So it was no mug, and learned, to play wrist spin and turning ball from an early age.
Now his Hales, he's got away with that. It's up drive again outside the off stump, and the ball has flown in the air straight past Gully. There's a howl there from Amir, who's got his hands on his hips, and it's that area again where against quality quick bowling
Can't resist.
no, it's a length ball, it's not a half volley.
Look at the foot. Look what the foot is, how far it is. No, you can't see, this is the side on. Down the pitch, the foot doesn't go across enough. And it is, it's what you say, it's not full enough, is it? It should be, a foot and a half nearer. And he takes it on, and when you take that on in one-day cricket, it flies past gully, nobody catches, great shot, 4. That's going to get out easy.
3 slips a gully, waiting for the chance. That's again wide outside the off stump. This time though, Hales lets it go by. It's man out at deep square leg as well. Just in case Hales is tempted to bowl a short ball. As I looked right after him, I see Andrew Sampson sitting there. Morning, Andrew. Caught up with you today, all well?
Morning, Jonathan. Yeah, all well, yourself?
Good man, very good indeed. Good. Looking forward to this match. Weather good. Might get a bit Sunday afternoon, Monday. But at the moment, beautiful day. Really
Might be over Monday.
Good. Here's Pamier, sleeves rolled down. Bowl. Oh, that's the one that comes back into Hales. And how that didn't hit his off stump, I don't know. I don't think he knows either. But I make the point, Jeffrey, that we keep making. That should have hit his pad, actually.
Well, I just say I'm very pleased for the lad that he's improved. He's trying not to play as many shots as he did in South Africa. But if I could say it without meaning to be nasty or grumpy or anything, he's not the finished article, is he? Is that fair? He's done better. The lad's shown he's trying like hell. It's not his nature to play a little carefully, is it? He's been a one-day player.
Amir again, he sniffs a wicket here, comes in and bowls it! Well, there you go. And he totally deserves that. And he's uprooted Hales' off stump. And he could just see it coming. Almost caught in the gully. One that just shaved the off stump, and should really have hit his pad. If his footwork was right, the ball before should have hit his pad. But that one's gone straight through, hit the off stump. And it's 25 for 1.
If I was to explain it, very well bowled, but watch the ball if you get a chance. The foot goes about a foot and a bit outside the batting crease. That's only how far it was forward. And when you play like that with such a short footwork, you then have to play away from your pad so far forward. And then there's a big gap between the bat and the pad. It goes through that gap, where if you stride further forward, a good 3 foot, the bat and pad is together. You've more chance of nicking it or edging it or anything. And that's all you need, a little edge, and you're not out. Can't bowl, you can't get your BW. And I've said this before, his footwork has improved, his attitude to try not to play as many airy-fairy attacking shots early on. But that's another perfect example where, can I say, a normal opening batsman would have played a big stride forward defending that and got something on it, and because you make the stride forward, the footwork is better, and footwork is the key, is the first key to playing well, whether it's defensive or attacking. Look, you know that, Johnny, you bowler, you know when a guy plays you good, when he plays defensively good, not hit you think, he can play him, and you bowl your best ball and he hits it, good footwork, right in the meat, you think, this might be tough getting him out, is that right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
And he don't look to me as if the bowlers are going to look at him and think he's tough to get out.
Rahab's on his way. England have lost their first wicket, and he bowls to Cook. He's down the leg side. Good pass of hit away, but misses. So it goes. Well, I don't think I put the knockers on Hales there. It was just coming. You could see it, and went past the inside edge. And again, it should have hit the front pad. Really, it hit nothing. This came back in and spattered the stumps, but the front pad was on leg stump. Michael Vaughan's alongside me.
Well, it was a half volley. When you look back at it, it was full of lads and that thing that just didn't move. Doesn't go anywhere.
Rahak left arm over bowls and pulled legs up firmly, on the move slightly, down to mid-on, but realised he's there, hasn't bowled yet. But burst himself, 25 for 1.
Yeah, he had Hales on the first when you could see it coming across. It was a little bit unfortunate for Hales when that catch went through Shafiq and Gully. You could probably see from his mentality, he was trying to not play the drive, but sometimes when you tell yourself not to do something, you actually do it. So his arms were going to those kind of fifth stump balls.
Right bowls, short, back goes Cook, and there's a bit of a fumble there at back. But he's taking some pace off it, and they take 1 run. So England move to 26 for 1 on the 8th over. Cook now to 16 and brings Joe Root down for his first ball.
But it does look a good piece. There's a bit of swing. You don't get a lot of seam movement at Old Trafford. You generally get swing. Just a little bit. I don't think it's as quick as we've seen it here before. I don't think it's a quick pace pitch. I just watched Hales and you could see that he was really battling to try and just stay in. And it's a real fine margin, isn't it? You want him to be patient, but you've also got to play with your natural instinct. And once you're looking to score, your actual feet go a bit better. And by probably just looking for survival and just about time, his feet went nowhere. Good ball. He came back sharper from him here. He looks like he's brought his A game.
And some aggression too. He was following through a long way, staring the batsman in the eye.
I'm going to have him hook for Joe Root straight away.
Can't do it again, surely. But there he is, inevitably. He was caught in the second of the doors.
They're certainly trying.
Passing a long way across, off stump, I'll say. As Rahat runs in and bowls, and his first ball played off the back foot. Very carefully, the ball rolls down to Misbah.
I think Gagger's here at Old Trafford. If there's any moisture, and there's only a smaller one, I think it's sometimes worth putting the spinner on early. Because you can find here that the ball spins quite a lot on day one, and you think it's going to spin so much by the second, third and fourth day that it spins a lot day one, then it quietens down for a couple of days when it gets really dry, and then it spins again towards the end of the game. So it would be a surprise to see
Rahat run full and ignored by Joe Root.
I'm surprised to see Misbah throw the ball to Yassir showing they've got 4 bowlers anyway, so they're going to have to throw the ball to him in the morning session, whatever happens. But I'm surprised to see him come on early. Just to see if he can just get the ball to grip. They're nice chairs down there.
Well,
They're so nice. Cookie Monsters. I think we generally play well with the Cookie Monsters here.
I can see you with a couple of those sofas in your front room, Mum.
Yes, I like those. I hope they're waterproof.
That's a good one. Rahat, left arm over, bowls. There's Root off the mark. Driven straight down the ground at 4. A lovely shot too. Well, chases the ball within about 5 yards of the boundary, then gives up. But that's a nice way to go. Get off the mark, playing a stroke like that. Not so much more. So he's away. It's 30 for 1 on a beautiful morning at Old Trafford. Again, a lot of expectation. It just feels like it's going to be a good series. This. I think you can battling hard. You can watch highlights, of course. That's via the cricket section of the BBC website. So if something happens, nip over there. That's the cricket section, the live play area, and you can actually see. The wickets falling, or catches taken, or whatever it might be. And you can also find out there how you sign up for the text alerts on your mobile or your tablet. So if a wicket falls, you get a little in your pocket.
How's it go?
And there you go. And you know something happened.
That last ball that Root drove for 4, it didn't have the shape of it, but it was a similar length in it, that bowled Alex Sales, and Root just moved that front foot just a little bit, just to get towards the pitch of the ball. Didn't have the swing, so it's hard to judge it, but it was that lack of foot movement that did for Hales.
Because I'm here, bowling to Cook down the leg side. Nicely taken cross, stopped at least by Safra, that. Diving across. Fumble in the end, but Cook goes for a stroll. You hear that sound. And again, scores of people pressed up against the balcony of the Point, which is enormous. Red building, fully glazed at the front. It's basically an enormous dining. Come out, you can stand. You can't sit and watch it. So you come on and stand, press up against the railings there and look out. It's a lovely set, and they'll really go back inside.
There's another red watch being built on the right, isn't there?
Yeah, the hotel there. I'm here building outside. So we're in a rather quirky hotel. I describe it in Manchester at the moment. It's been some refurbishment, a lot of refurbishment, and it feels as if we're possibly there 6 months early.
Oh, is it a brand new one?
No, it's a very, very old one. It's internally a lot of reconstruction, a lot of very lost people wandering around the corridors, and bizarrely, no furniture. So someone's pulled up an enormous furniture van and has emptied the hotel of its furniture.
My friends are nice.
Oh,
Well, do you need a bed?
it's your friend. It is. And we're bowling outside your stuff. No, but well, the Meg, would you please thank which whenever I use it, it's very convenient, turns into an indoor swimming pool. And unfortunately I forgot my swimming trunks, but it gets quite deep in it.
You've got furniture in the rooms.
I've got a little bit, I've got a chair and a but someone will ask it.
Well, it's just a new world up there, isn't it? It's kind of moving with the time. Your bathroom is also a thing, obviously. You've got a bathroom and a shower.
It's a shower. It's a shower. But it just, the whole place fills up. And we bought it again, your friend. We have a string from the rooms. Here's Amir, and he goes and comes forward here and runs away through cover and they take one run. You know those very old underground stations in London where there's sort of mosaic tiles on the walls? There's some out there, they're really old. There's a lot of that going on there as well.
It's an old building.
Very old building.
Yes.
Very old building. And it's admirable.
They're bringing it back to its best.
Yeah, and I'm sure they will get there.
It's not quite there yet.
I think we're in the trade, we're called guinea pigs. In fact,
Well, net testers, you net testers.
when I checked in yesterday, they said, oh, it's going to be we've upgraded you to a deluxe room. It's always very good. Very good. And also the deluxe bit is you do get your indoor swimming pool above the standard one. But I'll bring my trunks next time.
Curtains on there.
Just a habit. Here's Amir going outside your stump and another little bit. And I mean because it's your friend, you can pass on a bit of feedback.
I'm going to text him now.
A bit of feedback. What I love is how to wear suits, a smart trunk. I love the hangers, they've got the clips on them. You put hang your trousers on, you clip them to the hanger, don't you? And you hang them down so they don't get all creased. A wardrobe full of them. Well, I'll tell you what I want. I want a wardrobe that's tall, so they don't cover up on the bottom. Right, so you hang them on the trousers. You have to hang them outside the pool. So they
They have people that are 6'8".
well, they're not that long. A little bit of feedback in my mind.
I'll text him and
Interesting.
how you're enjoying your stay here in Winchester.
Yeah, I've been jumping on the streets now. Here comes Amir from the far end, goes to the route, just pushed away down into the gully. It's the end of the over, I better go before I, because I've been watching for a couple of leave. Anyway, but Andrew, it's lovely, isn't it? Very good. It's really fun, we'll run over the back while they're just Anyway, 31 for one, all from Michael. John Holder is coming to join us at lunchtime, so any emails, questions, our usual stuff, you know. Ask the umpire, anything that you want to quiz him over or